It's hot in Houston, so things move a little slower around here. Maybe that explains this.
I wake up in the morning, still high from last night. Ain't got no time to chill, I got to get my cash right.
LA may have lowriders, but Houston has slab. Its own car culture with its own accompanying sound, its own chopped and screwed hip-hop style.
Got slimmer, but my pockets got fatter. Born and raised in Houston, Texas. Born and raised in Houston, Texas. Born and raised in Houston, Texas. Serve, bladder.
This pretty much like one of the most classic designs of a slab. It's the Cadillac. See how you got the insides custom with the stitching and all that. So, you know, it's a complete slab, you know.
Full reclining is...
Full reclining, it's a laid-back thing.
Houston musical artist Slim Thug and his friends Bone and David called some people to bring their cars over to McGregor Park in the southern part of the city. If you're gonna do it, what do you have to have? What are the rules?
Candy paint, gotta have these type of rims.
Okay.
The elbows, swingers. Fifth wheel and grill is mainly like for slab. That's what make it a complete, you know. And the music, you know how you got the pop trunk with the custom music, you gotta have that outside.
When you hit the block, it's not a bunch of dudes just standing up. It's a bunch of everything.
You know, take the old and mix it with the new, you know what I'm saying?
These two pink Cadillacs are awesome. That's a married couple, man and woman, and they had their kids with them. Each truck, they say something, that's your autograph. You see it coming, and you see the car, the grill, and you see the two prongs. It's like, oh my God, here come whoever the guard is of your neighborhood.
Right.
They basically like legends in the streets.
Are all of these, like, are they works in progress, or are people constantly
I think it's gonna forever be a work in progress. I think a slab, you're gonna stay after doing it.
They always changing them.
It get expensive, real talk. Like, all these cars out here, they probably spent the bankroll on all of them.
I wonder last year how many sweets I rolled. I wonder last year how many cups I pulled. Or that muddy purple I purchased by the...
You're not eating Pizza Hut in the back of that car either, are you?
Well, really, you barely see people in the backseat of somebody's car out here.
He's shaking his head. He's like, nobody's getting up in the back seat.
Because you got to lean. So you got to lean
Not a lot of
back.
leg room.
So that means whoever back here can't be long.
So I'm thinking about my Lincoln now. You know, maybe I'm thinking like crocodile skin on the outside.
I'm
Would that be
thinking
all right?
about pony
Pony.
from a horse or cows.
Like Palomino kind of a
Yes,
thing
sir.
going?
Yes, sir. That'd be fresh. That'd be evil.
Pay him no mind.
Acres Homes is a predominantly black community where many of the original slab pioneers come from. It's also where you can find the legendary family-run Burns Barbecue, a place not unfamiliar to me. I first came here 15 years ago on some long-lost travel program on a network far, far away. Founder Roy Burns has passed on to the great open pit in the sky since last I was here, but his son and his grandchildren carry on the tradition of making some of the best East Texas-style barbecue you can find around here. It's been a while. Last time I was here, the grandfather was here back then.
You in the right place for some barbecue, man.
What do? You do ribs or brisket, or...?
They do all that.
You do all of it?
All that. What is that?
Moonshine. Dukes of Hazzard. Boss Hog.
Wow, I could drink a lot of that. Okay, that's gonna work.
The dinner and the spray.
A torpedo-sized baked potato filled with cheddar cheese and chopped barbecue beef and homemade link sausage. Slow-cooked pork ribs, big-ass beef ribs, and brisket.
Whoa. Okay, I got a baked potato.
This baked potato is yours.
It's marvelous.
That thing is like gigantic.
It's
My mother always said never eat anything bigger than your head. And that's about as the size of a human head.
That look good, though, I ain't gonna lie.
So, everybody born here.
Born and raised.
The town changed at all?
A lot.
Yeah, well, wait.
You know, it was like a big smile town at first. Now it's becoming like a real city, you know.
Is that a good or bad?
It depends on what you do.
Good and bad, kind of. A lot of the stuff we was really into back in the day, these new kids or these people from out of town really ain't into. Even the music, like back in the day, Houston was so independent, like I was selling so many records out of the trunk that I didn't want a major deal.
I'm from H-Town, so you know what I'm sipping. I'm from H-Town, so you know what I'm sipping. Hit the boulevard, got the candy paint dripping. And I'm from H-Town, so you know what I'm sipping. Hey.
Is there a distinctive Houston sound?
Very. You know, the whole culture from the cars to the sip and serve and the music itself.
First of all, what's sip and serve?
Serve it's a promethazine and codeine. It was a cough syrup. But then they mixed it with soda out here.
Why is that the drug of choice here and not?
Maybe because you see how it is, everything is so chill and laid back. In Atlanta, everything was turned up. Out here, everything is slowed down because I guess we're a more laid back culture.
So at various points in your career, clearly somebody said, well, look, why don't you move out here? LA is good. The money out here, the deals are out here.
Right.
But here you are. Why stay?
I try to go to LA, and the people out there are so thirsty to try to be a star that they fake and they crooked. It's like, I don't want to be around those type of people. I want to be around good, genuine people.
Is Houston a good place to live?
Yeah. Yep, great place. Cost of living is cheap. It stays hot and warm. It's never snowing to where you got to shovel your driveway. And the food is the greatest out here, and the black women, I don't care where you go, it ain't no better black women, and that's what it is.
I'm from H-Town, so you know what I'm sipping. And I'm from H-Town, so you know what's dripping. Hold up.
Chiều nay anh dắt em qua cầu.
It's a 90-minute drive south from Houston to the town of Palacios on the McGregor Bay. And like a lot of the communities down here, the principal industry is fishing, shrimp in particular. It's also where, beginning in the 1970s, as the Vietnam War ground to its ignominious conclusion, that thousands of Vietnamese found new lives and a new home. To have remained would have meant, in most cases, arrest, imprisonment, re-education camps, or worse. So all you want is shrimp at this point?
Yeah. Because I got 2 licenses for keep get shrimp and fish, but I got enough fish.
Shrimp you take?
Just big shrimp.
Big shrimp, big shrimp.
They're small, we don't get the shrimp.
You don't want it?
No, I don't want to.
The shrimping has declined considerably since the 1980s, but the bay still provides a solid livelihood for people like Vinh Nguyen, who made it out of Vietnam on a tiny handmade boat. His engine died and he and his family were lost in the South China Sea for 9 days before being rescued by a cargo ship. He became a United States citizen in 1990 and raised his family here in Palacios. So what year did you come here? How long have you been doing this?
I've been, I started for shrimp on 1985.
And what year did you arrive in this country?
I left my country in 1979.
How old were you when you got here?
21 years.
You were 21. So why shrimp? How did you come to this business?
Because my cousin.
Cousin, okay.
is living here.
Right.
And I work on a job first. But they told me, the cousin told me that they're very good for shrimping. They're good for shrimping, make money more.
Back on dry land, Vinh's first stop is The Point, the town's general store. It's owned and operated by pillars of the community, Yen and Brian Tran, who separately came over from Vietnam around the same time, met, married, and raised 3 children here.
This is fulfilled my dream. I came here with nothing, 17 years old. First job I ever worked in washing dishes. So my boss told me and said, hey, you are a hard worker. You know, maybe one day you're gonna be the boss. So I have that thing in my mind. After I get married, I told my wife, I said, open the restaurant. And she stopped me. She said, no, you're crazy. So after all my kids went to college, they got a good job, I would mention again, and she said, okay.
Oh, that's nice. Convenience store, bait shop, quick stop for a meal, The Point is in many ways typical in the way it's geared towards serving the immediate needs of its community. Food for Vietnamese and food for Mexicans. Yen, Brian, their kids Jennifer and Kimberly, as well as cousin TV and his son Donnie. All proud citizens of the United States of America, by the way.
You know, I really feel fortunate We live in this town and we have a lot of support. When we want to open this store, all my friends say, I want to have Vietnamese food. I know that here you have to have Mexican food. So I went and talked to the best Mexican cook in town, Maricela.
Yeah, this is the chef right here.
Yeah.
Good chef. So
Yes.
It's the Maricela.
The pho here is good. Brisket, eye round, meatball, tripe, and tendon, just like back home. Ceviche made from Vin's fresh shrimp. And of course, tacos, migas style, with eggs, jalapenos, and tomatoes. The kids who grew up in this community,
These are the kids.
Yeah, he's a kid right here.
Yeah.
what are they doing?
I was born here in '76, so I'm a natural-born citizen. Working with my dad, right-hand man, you know, shrimping, building boats, just kind of seeing what they went through. I mean, I definitely appreciate life, you know.
Jen here's a lawyer, my sister's an engineer, I'm in the medical field, so there's still that, you know, your parents want you to have practical jobs.
Right. So you came here what year?
1975.
So you came over in the first...
Yeah, I get on American ship and get the hell out of there. I come over here, no shoe. I tell you the truth, I don't have even penny in my pocket when I come over here. No, serious. And now I have a great business, and you know, really, Anthony, this is a great country.
This community of Vietnamese people are very fortunate. We always see the generosity of people over here. Because we live in the, 30 years of Civil War?
Yeah.
So no one trusts anyone. But when you come over here, people take you in and they trust you. And I always say the United States opened the house for the immigrant and for the refugee. I feel this is my home.
A morning swim, a bowl of spicy noodles, and a view. Perfect. How many in the family?
6 young couple and their 3 kids, and then the grandma's living with them. The oldest kid is a girl, and she was sent into the shore with some relatives to go to school because they have no schooling here.
Right. Floating fishing villages like this used to be found in nearly every sheltered cove or corner of Halong Bay. But as Vietnam becomes a more popular tourist destination, authentic fishing villages are starting to disappear. The government has been relocating fishing families inland, hoping to minimize their ecological impact.
The people that living on floating villages, they're just genuinely nice and willing to open their home to us. And
They basically farm oysters.
yeah.
A lot of pearls for sale in Halong Bay and in Vietnam. They come from places like this. It takes over a year to grow each pearl, and there's no guarantee an oyster will even yield one. Water spinach, I think that's called, right?
What is it? That's the most common vegetable for Vietnamese in summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What kind of fish are these? Little fish.
Yeah. Halong fish.
Halong fish.
Yeah.
It's delicious. Yeah, good fish. This is a pretty prime piece of real estate. They've lived here how long?
For many generations, this old grandma is 78 years old, and she said that her grandparents lived here before this all become like a big tourist attraction.
Is their situation protected by the state? They're allowed to live here by special because they've been here so long?
Actually, the government now is encouraging them to move back to shore because that's better for their children's education.
Nói thật là mình cũng thích chuyển trên bờ nhưng mà chính phủ thì mình vẫn cứ phải người ta cho thì mình vẫn cứ nên chứ còn vậy thì lại gì quá chứ còn mình nhiều người mình mong còn chẳng được chứ còn bây giờ người ta còn mình còn cần người ta cho để mình lên bờ để cho không biết chữ nghĩa gọi như là không quen biết làm cái nghề trên bờ bây giờ mình làm ở dưới biển nó quen rồi mình làm lưới làm chài mình đánh cá.
They said that they're happy to move back because it's better for their children, but they've been living here for many centuries and all they know is just fishing.
Right. Just another day in paradise. A tropical downpour in a working-class neighborhood on the outskirts of Hanoi. The lady selling vegetables and gum and cigarettes, taking a nap under a piece of corrugated tin, has no idea what's about to happen.
Turn around for me, sir.
1, 2, get down. Paid the cost to be the boss. Look at me. You know what to see. See a bad mother. Look at me. You know what to see. See a bad mother.
President.
Good to see you.
Mr. President, how you liking Vietnam?
Love it. Markets like these I grew up with when I was a kid in Jakarta. These were basically the only markets available. You know, you would buy pretty much everything in stalls like this. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going in there and haggling and seeing what I could find.
This country, when I first arrived here, it smelled like a place that I would like. Certain countries just pheromonically, they just smell good and I know where they're going to be good. You kind of smell that?
You know, there's certain spices that you can smell in certain countries that you just don't smell back home. Now, you know, there's some smells that aren't as appealing as well, but that's part of the mix.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
Head for the turnaround.
How you doing, guys? How are you?
Head for the turnaround. Told you so.
There's something magical about the smell. The minute you touch down here, it grabs you, captivates you, and chances are, it holds you forever. I'm not the first to feel this way. There is no better place to entertain the leader of the free world, in my opinion, than one of these classic, funky, family-run noodle shops you find all over Hanoi. Dinner and a beer cost about $6. I'm guessing the president doesn't get a lot of state dinners like this. How often do you get to sneak out for a beer?
Very rarely. First of all, I don't get to sneak out, period. But once in a while, I'll take Michelle out on a date night. The problem is, part of enjoying a restaurant is sitting with other patrons and enjoying the atmosphere. And too often, we end up getting shunted into one of those private rooms at the back.
Well, I'm glad I could help, and to many more cold beers,
Absolutely.
Mr. President.
you're gonna have to...
I will walk you through.
You're gonna have to walk me through this.
We're about to eat bun cha. And it is about as typical and uniquely a Hanoi dish as there is. These beautiful little pork patties, some grilled pork belly. Bun cha is served in a broth of vinegar, sugar, and the ubiquitous duoc mam, or Vietnamese fermented fish sauce. Chilies to taste. I mean, if you have an important state function after, you might not want to go too heavy on garlic.
I'm going with this thing. You know, we're gonna do what's appropriate.
A little vinegar.
All right.
And then you just hack off noodles. You just drop them in your bowl.
Yeah, it's not too elegant, but I'm managing.
No. And you dip and stir and get ready for the awesomeness.
I'm ready. Now, is it appropriate to just pop one of these whole suckers in your mouth, or do you think that you should be a little more...
Well, slurping is totally acceptable in this part of the world, but... It takes some skills, by the way, to handle these sticky, cold noodles. But whatever your opinion of the man, the president has those skills. I gotta say.
This is killer. This is outstanding.
So good to hear.
It's really good.
And we share, apparently, a sentimentality about Asian street food and Southeast Asia in general.
One of my favorite meals of all time. There's an area between Jakarta and Bandung, another city in Indonesia, called Puncak, and it's up through the mountains. So you'd have these roadside restaurants overlooking the tea fields. There'd be a river running through the restaurant itself, and there'd be these fish, these carp that would be running through, and you'd pick the fish. They'd grab it for you and fry it up, and the skin would be real crispy, and they just serve it with a better rice. And it was the simplest meal possible, and nothing tasted so good.
Now, as a Chicagoan, trickier question fraught with peril. Is ketchup on a hot dog ever acceptable?
No. No, I mean that. That's one of those things like, well, let me put it this way. It's not acceptable past the age of 8.
My daughter's 8, and she put ketchup on eggs the other day, and I didn't know what good parenting called for at this point.
An intervention.
I think so.
I think you just got to say, you know what, that's not acceptable. I'm sorry.
We're at a point where we seem to be turning inwards. I mean, we're actually talking about building a wall around our country. And yet you have been reaching out to people who don't necessarily agree with us. Gaza, Iran, Cuba. I mean, I just wish that more Americans had passports. The extent to which you can see how other people live seems useful at worst and incredibly pleasurable and interesting at best.
It confirms the basic truth that people everywhere are pretty much the same. The same hopes and dreams. And when you come to a place like Vietnam and you see former American Vietnam vets coming back, when you see somebody like a John Kerry or a John McCain, two very different people politically and temperamentally, but who were able to bond in their experience of meeting with their former adversaries. And you don't make peace with your friends. You make peace with your enemies.
As the father of a young girl, is it all going to be okay? It's all going to work out. My daughter will be able to come here in 5 years, 10 years. She'll be able to have a bowl of bun cha, and the world will be a better place.
Yeah, I mean, I think progress is not a straight line. You know, there are going to be moments at any given part of the world where things are terrible. But having said all that, I think things are going to work out.
Thank you so much. Cheers. Cheers.